So welcome guys again into another video about conflict of nations. So in this video I'm trying to talk about the infantry units. So this is all about my opinion. If you have a different opinion, feel free to put it on the comment section, and if you know about special tricks and how to use specific units, then feel free to comment them and share it up. So let's see. So let's move into our infantry. Okay, here these are the infantries, right? So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 infantry units, right? 6 infantry units. So I will rank them according to my opinion. So number 6, or the least effective units, I would say, is basic airborne. So actual thing is there are specific events which we can really use them, the airborne units, but the other than that I don't see a clear intentions for basic airborne units, because when they are in the ground forces they have very low speed, as you can see, where they have very low speed at the ground. uh, you can do a sudden like invention or sudden attacks by basic airborne units, but the same thing can do by the recon recon armored vehicles too when we have upgraded. So, and the other most uh, negative thing about the airborne is the resources. It contains components. So when in the middle game, right, or the later game, if you are based on your AI units, or if you are based on your navy units, both these type of units contain components. So uh, if your army can reduce if your ground units can reduce the use of components, you have a better chance of creating air units or the navy. So this will do a negative effects on airbornes, and most of the time when I am using airborne, I just always get defeated. So maybe I don't know exactly how to use the airborne. So if you know, please free to put it on the comment section. So this is, on my opinion, the airborne is the least one of the infantry. And for the second, sorry, the fifth one I would say, so not the national guard. So oh wait, so I think in the latest upgrade there is another infantry unit which is mercenaries, right? So I cannot see it in here. I don't know what happened to my thing. So if you have mercenaries, I don't have to show you. I don't have it in here to show you. If you have mercenaries, they are also effective in the later game, uh, but they got really hit. Then so they are for the next players. I would give you then the next place for. So let's move into these guys, right? So in the fifth position, right? In the fifth position, I would say Marines, basic Marines. So basic Marines are, yeah, they are pretty good, right? As you can see, they have very good effective, very bonuses, attack bonuses and defensive bonuses. Yeah, that's right. But uh, the same thing, right? The same thing, we can do it by the special forces. The only difference is special forces cannot conquer lands. So in that case, I would say the special forces and marines are both like similar, but the only difference is the cost and the conquering land. So, and when it comes to the special forces, they have much higher effective attacks and defenses. So I would choose basic marines for the fifth place, because they can easily be replaced from another unit, and also they can. But when it comes to resources, yes, relative for the special forces, they are consume less amount of components, and yes, it contains supplies which we can afford in the later game. So but I would say basic marines are the number 5. So move into the number 4. I would choose basic national guards. So national guards are pretty good. They have very good defense capabilities in cities. So most of the people use natural gas because the first of all main thing is they consume less amount of resources. That's the most important thing. So like national guards are vary from different things, right? So for me national guards are going to be level 4, but I have seen many players who are using the national guards as number 2, I guess, because you can use national guards for distractions, you can use national guards to buy you time for your defense. Likewise they have different strategies. Based on that strategies this importance will be changed. Like let me give you an example. So let's say you got attacked from somebody, and then here in the city you got attacked in the city. So if you have national guards, they can hold them off, right? They can hold them off for some time. So your air support or the other naval support can arrive for time when they can defend the city. So likewise, or let's say, let me see you. Okay, let's say I'm India. No, let's say I'm Pakistan. Let's say I'm Pakistan. So when I'm going to invade the India, right, I'm going to use my national guards, 2 or 3 battalions of national guards. One come from here, one come from here, one come from here. So by that, national guards can conquer land. So uh, the other player will be distracted, right? They have to use their airborne units or their ground forces to stop the national guards from taking control of the provinces. So meanwhile they are get distracted, I can use my main army to cross another direction to attack their main city or another city. So which I have done in one particular game. So like I was playing as a Pakistan, and there was a very tough player at India. So I tried everything, like especially bombarding the cities near the coastal lines. It didn't work out. So then I tried the basic natural guards from distraction, and then I had bombers. I had special forces and bombers, so I just got take off New Delhi. The game over. So likewise, you can use the national guards very good. But averagely, national guards have a specifically very low amount of attack compared to other units. So that's why they are going to end up in number 4. So let's say at the number 3 we have. Oh, sorry, I have here. I have masonries, right? Masonry can be constructed from the provinces. Yeah, I missed it completely. So mercenaries can generate from the provinces. Yeah, mercenary have a special point too. So let's move on. So we have talked about the airborne, basic national guards, and the marines. So at number 3, right? At number 3, I would choose. Uh, let's say who's no. Yeah, at number 3, I would choose basic mechanized infantry. So most important thing about the mechanized infantry is they have very good attack on armored vehicles, right? They have very good attack on armored vehicles, and they have much more defensive. I mean, just trust me, they can take a hit, right? They can hold the ground, they can take a hit very good amount. But the first problem is they consume a lot of components, right? They consume a lot of components, and as I told you before, they take a lot of hits. So it takes time to heal them. If you are not using gold for healing purposes, if you are just playing the normal way, then it's really hard to maintain this basic mechanism or heal them efficiently. So but if you can upgrade them into their maximum amount, right? If you can upgrade them into maximum, let me show you. If you can upgrade the basic mechanized infantry, so where it is? As you can see here, they have very good amount of attack for infantry and very good amount of for the armored vehicle as well. So they have hit points over 35, which is very good. Like the first level main battle tank it has a 40, sorry, it has 50 amount of 50 hit points, which is 15 difference. So likewise, mechanist infantry can take a lot of damage and give protection for your another troops. So at number 3 I would say it's mechanized infantry, and at the number 2 I would say basic infantry. They are pretty good. First time for all is they cost less amount of less amount of resources, and the most important thing is uh, let me show you here. At the last level, in this case, at the last level they have ability to attack, sorry, not that, range attack. They have range attack in this case. Yeah, they have attack range, right? I mean, they don't have to engage the enemy directly. They can attack from far away, which has a very good ability. So in that case, modern infantry or motorized infantry has a very good amount of points relative to other infantry, and they are cost very less. They are costing very less. So I would choose as the second place for motorized infantry, and the first place for me is always the special forces. But there is a one problem, which is they are the most expensive unit. As far as they expensive, they are a very good unit. But the only problem is they are very low defensive units. So basically, you have to strategically use them. Like, let's say you have a city. Likewise, let's say in the later game, like this Sweden is my enemy, right? This Sweden is my enemy, and this is the main city of theirs, and they have very good amount of air defense, right? Like, let's say two SAM launchers and one helicopter, counter helicopter units. Like, so what I can do is I can use 5 to 6 amount of special forces unit, and then just go for this city, because special forces cannot be detected unless there are special units, like only another special forces or the recon division. This recon division can see the special forces. Otherwise, special forces are very hidden, so you can easily go through their provinces and hit a very specific target easily. So that's why we can use the special forces very efficiently. But the most problem in the special forces is they cost components. So you have to use the special forces in the later game, right? You cannot use it in the early game, you cannot use in the middle game, which will cost you components. So the components which you can use to build your navy or your air unit. So basically try to use the special forces for your later game. So that's the thing most of the time. So finally I will tell you some quick honorable mentions of each infantry units. I mean, like, let's say about the naval. So like you can form a combined unit like uh, basic marines and special forces. Like both can have disembark at any place near coastal, right? The most of the units need a harbor to disembark and embark. So but marines do not need it, special forces do not need it. So you can drop your units, the mix of marines and special forces from some place of your enemy territory, and you can start take out the provinces from there. Like special forces cannot conquer territories, but marines can. Special forces can give the attack advantage over the marines. So but that doesn't work very much, because like I mean, like, it can affect more on your enemy, right? It can affect the conquering of more or either the destruction, I mean, but that comes with huge casualties. Like you are gonna consume more goods, more resources for that purposes. So that that here that is working, that strategy is working, and I have used it several times, but it not good enough for the sacrifice of the resources. So that's the important thing. So this is my review about the infantry events. So if you have a different review or different ideas, please feel to comment.